So as you know, I've spent the last few weeks talking about DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, with Elon Musk and Trump and some of the good things they've been doing to cut the budget, cut the deficit, cut the debt. And I'm thinking I'm gonna have to quit making these videos. The views just keep going further downhill. I'm not sure why. There was one video I talked about Social Security. It did extremely well, and ever since then it's kind of going downhill. But I'm gonna give it another week, see if anything turns around, give it a try. Now, like I said, I've been trying to do some experimenting with this channel. But as a result, some exciting news came out the other day. So as you know, Elon Musk sent out an email last Saturday saying that he wanted the federal employees to give out 5 bullet points of things they did in the previous week. Well, that didn't go over very well. So he gave another chance, a second chance, on Monday, saying, hey, if you didn't reply, you get a chance to do it now. So as of Monday, yesterday, I guess this is Wednesday, so I guess as of Monday, 1 million people had replied. Or maybe it was Tuesday. I guess it was Tuesday. 1 million people had replied. So there's 2.5 million people in the federal government. 1 million of them replied. I don't know how many have replied since then, so we'll I guess get the final tally pretty soon. But it was as I thought it would happen. The folks that really want to do a good job were showing off, and it was kind of neat. There was one guy who took a video. He climbed up this FCC tower, and it looked like he was above the clouds. So that's how high up he was. So he's on this FCC tower way up in the sky, and he's saying, okay, this is what I do. So yeah, that was classic. That is great. That's exactly, well, I wouldn't have thought to do it, but that was just perfect. I loved it. So you got a hard worker climbing towers. And I wonder how many people thought to do that. That was brilliant. It sounds like something Elon Musk would do himself, or even Trump. You know, let's go to McDonald's and cook some fries. That's so. But here's what I suspected. I suspected that the majority of the workers weren't doing their job, and it was going to come out, and that's why they're fighting this so hard. They just didn't want to expose that this is a gravy train. They make $170,000 a year, and they sit around, don't do anything, talking, watching TV, playing on their phones. So as you know, a lot of these employees weren't even working in the building themselves. And I saw one of the secretaries say that when she went into talk to her new employees, you know, she just became a new secretary, she wanted to shake everybody's hand. She said the building was empty. There was like 20 people in the building out of like 800. And this is after Trump told everybody they had to come back. So she made everybody come back. She said 80% of those people came back the next day after she put out the direction she wanted everybody at work. So they're just not going to listen. They're going to do whatever they can to fight this, because I guess they think they can win. But it doesn't appear so. As a matter of fact, they're not winning so much as I saw one report that the people, see, DOGE used to be named something else. It was a digital agency, improved technologies for the government. Now you got to remember, the technologies for the government, the digital technologies, was made in the 60s. So I don't know what they're doing. Oh, I know what they're doing. Nothing! So that agency became DOGE. So there's still employees that work there. Well, oh my gosh, 21 of them quit in protest. Now these are highly skilled engineers, and we can't afford to lose people like this, according to the media. But I'm fine with them going. And what are they protesting? I'm going to interrupt this video real quick, and I'm going to ask you, can you go over to my other channel and check out that video? It's a brand new video today. I'd really appreciate it. I'm getting so close to having enough watch hours. And like I said in yesterday's video, the sooner I can get there, the less I can do this interruption in the videos, and I can really focus on just making content for this channel. Right now I'm always worried about, is it going to make enough money, and you know, I'm always worried that YouTube's going to demonetize it or something. But I'd like to be able to make videos on this channel that mean something, and that channel can make the money repairing lawnmowers that is at no risk of getting demonetized. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks. It seems to me that if you're going to protest, you're going to do something that's going to affect change. You quitting affects my change. That's the thing I wanted. I wanted you to go. It's only 21? Well, then I'd just get rid of the whole department. Who needs them? Get rid of them. So, yeah, go protest all you want. Quit your job. I mean, it doesn't hurt me. You're not hurting anybody. Look, here's the thing I learned a long time ago. No matter how important you think you are to an organization, you are replaceable. I had a boss one time. Well, a boss of a boss. But anyway, he was a boss. And he just thought he was irreplaceable in that organization. Didn't want to retire. He stayed a lot longer than he should. Well, when he retired, a new guy came in, took the whole company in a different direction, and you know, most of the managers quit. So, I mean, what was the protest? It's not like the company shut down because, oh my goodness, we lost everybody. You're replaceable. I don't care how good of an engineer you are, you're replaceable. The thing is I just knew that the majority of the workforce was lazy. So this one woman, like I told you about the guy up in the tower, this one woman put in a video submission for her reply to Elon and said, look, here's the thing. You got to understand, 80% of the organization, the government organization, is lazy. They don't do any work. And I use the word work lightly or something to that effect. She says 20% of people do all the work, while everybody else sits around. And the thing is you're severely punished, she said, if you work too hard and make the other workers look bad. You're not allowed to make the other workers look bad. So they don't do anything. She said that one of the guys comes in at 6:30 in the morning, and she comes in at 7:30. So when she gets there, he's on his desk snoring every single day. Now, I wish I could play you these video clips, but I'm not very good with the copyright. I did a video of someone else's one time, and I thought I had it all right, and I got copyright strike. So I'm not doing it again. But it was hilarious. So then she goes on to say there's this one employee she's never met. He comes, he works here, but he works at home, and he runs a farm. So she's not even sure what he does. And then there was one employee, takes the lunch break, takes the government truck every day, goes out to lunch in the government truck, so I'm sure he's not putting his own gas money into it. And then eats lunch, goes out to his favorite park underneath his favorite shade tree, and goes to sleep, takes a nap. So there's such protest from the media about, you know, all the things Trump is doing that I agree with. Here's the thing is I've been absolutely excited. Every day I get up and I'm like, come on, what's the big news today? I want to hear something. And when he said 21 people quit, I'm like, well, that's not enough. I don't know if everybody's like me and excited about what's happening over there, but I'm telling you, this is just phenomenal. If we can get our taxes reduced, and you know, I said something about tariffs the other day, that we could live on tariffs. In a whole different video, and I don't want to get on top of it. Somebody says, you can't pay off $36 trillion with tariffs. Well, the point is you got to stop spending. And you can pay off $36 trillion. People don't seem to make these connections. So now the other big thing is eggs. And I want to caution everybody about eggs. There's something I feel like nefarious going on with eggs. I mean, I kind of think about this in two different ways. I'm not really sure. So chicken prices haven't, you know, eating regular chicken has not went up in price. But eggs are the highest they've ever been in the country. So they keep saying it's the bird flu, the bird flu, bird flu. Okay, so if it's the bird flu, why aren't the chickens dying that we eat? They're not dying. And I came up with a thought why they may not be dying. So chicken that you eat gets butchered after 8 weeks. I mean, we've done it. We butchered meat birds. 8 weeks, they get big enough you can butcher them. So they may not be living long enough to get sick. The second thing about that is if they did have bird flu and they shipped it out with bird flu, it's unlikely that you're going to get sick because most people cook their chicken very thoroughly. But with eggs, I don't know. With eggs, they can get sick. So if you have a bunch of chickens and one of them gets sick, then they call the entire batch, all the chickens. Well, those chickens are quite a bit older than the 8 weeks. So it's quite likely that they're... Now, I think there's mismanagement. You could vaccinate these chickens. The other thing, you know, herd immunity, I think that's what our problem is we're not getting any immunity with our chickens. I would say, look, if you're going to call all those chickens, just let them get sick. The reason they don't want to do that is because they say that bird flu is in the egg. And if you don't cook your egg good enough, then people are going to get the bird flu. But here we are trying to control something that our bodies and the chicken's bodies naturally can't control. So I would say, let the chicken get sick. Some of them are going to die. Maybe all of them will die. Okay, that's fine. They died. So you're either going to call them or they're going to get sick and die. Either way, they're going to die. But on the off chance they don't die and they actually get immunity to this, we may be able to get a handle on this bird flu. So I'm for just let it go. You see, this is what happens when government gets involved and they make decisions based on, you know, some scientists that think they know everything. The humans have survived, what, 100,000, 200,000 years on this planet or whatever. Apparently, nature can make corrections and different kinds of things. And I know the COVID thing, oh my goodness, a bunch of people died. But it's not a big deal now. People get COVID all the time. You know, what did we do? How was our reaction to COVID? Our reaction to COVID was, let's get vaccinated by a shot that may be more deadly than the disease itself. So no, I say, you know, there's just too much overreaction from the government, and that's why it's so bloated. Is you got to have 1 million people making a decision about how many eggs I can have, or what kind of eggs I can have, or do you cook your eggs well enough? Just put out a warning. Look, you may want to make sure that your eggs are thoroughly cooked. No runny yolks. I like runny yolks, but if that's what it's going to take to keep egg prices down, I guess we're going hard-boiled or scrambled. I'd go scrambled. Scrambled, I like scrambled eggs. That's fine. Let's go scrambled. So, look, I've been saying repeatedly, let's call our congressman. Let's make some serious change. And we need to support this administration. I watched a video today by a financial expert. Now, he was talking about Elon. And Elon is one of the smartest businessmen in the world. Obviously, he's, you know, the richest man in the world. And I know people are going to come back. That's because he's taking all this government money. Well, okay, he's still a smart businessman to become the richest man in the world. I mean, how does this make sense? He's not very bright. Okay, yeah, not bright people always make, you know, $500 billion. I got it. That's not true. So he said that the guy is the smartest businessman in the world. Now, this is a businessman who has billions of dollars saying this businessman is the smartest businessman in the world. And he's suggesting that Elon is not making enough cuts quick enough. He says you don't want to make a bunch of little cuts because that destroys an organization. You want to just cut the arm off, just get it done and over with, and start over. And that's what I've been saying. Let's just start it over, wipe it out, build it back up. Look, if you fire someone that you didn't mean to fire, you can always hire them back. Or you can, like I said, everybody's replaceable. So I would like for you to call your congressman, write your congressman. I wrote mine, and you know, I'm kind of frustrated with him. I've been writing mine. He writes one back, doesn't address the thing. He didn't like do a reply. I don't even know which one he replied to. He says, I'll take your advice under your suggestion under advisement. Okay, that's it? You're not going to tell me you agree with it or disagree? So, anyway, hound them. Keep hounding them. Make them listen to us. That we got to get these cuts in place. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video where I'm working on my other channel. It's a brand new video on a lawnmower or something. I don't know what it is. I really appreciate it if you go there and check it out. So if I can inspire you, call your congressman so we all can live our dreams. Thanks for watching.